And moving on to the second quarterback off the board in the NFL draft, a polarizing prospect, one that might be 12, one that might be 22, 21 years old. We got Zach Wilson, the Hawaiian Mormon guy who he's very interesting name on Twitter. It's like Al Capono Zach or something, and he's a great read on great character. If you read about him on Google and everything, just read some news articles on him. Great leader. That's what you want in your quarterback. He's going to be a day one starter, which is the big thing for dynasty football. You want to draft quarterbacks that are starters. If you need one, you have to look at your team and evaluate it. If you have two quarterbacks already and you're deciding between Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and Justin Fields, you might want to take the guy with the best upside. But if you only have one quarterback and you need to draft multiple quarterbacks, you might want to look at Zach Wilson because he's going to be the guy that's starting day one in the NFL, no question about it. Because who is his competition besides James Morgan? I don't know. So I like it too. He's running a 49ers offense with the Jets. Can't knock that because I love the 49ers West Coast style. So give me the Zach Wilson on the Jets at the 102 in dynasty leagues. A little controversial. I know that you don't agree, Bob. So let me know what you think about Zach Wilson.
See, so with Zach Wilson, for me, 100% agreed that like he is going to start like day one. There's no competition. My biggest concern is you mentioned being a 49er style offense on the East Coast. My concern with that is being implemented right away. First, going to be first year OC, first year new team, totally new regime coming in. So that is a concern for me. Outside of that, I think he's probably one of the least safe quarterbacks in this class in terms of bust. And I think if he busts, it'll be more of the team around him that fails him and the media squad in New York being the way that they are, being in that big market that will eat him alive if, he maybe has 1 year of like, okay, he's a rookie. Then if he's still not leading them to Super Bowls next year, it's going to be the guy's going to be crucified.
I mean,
Um,
just look at what the Giants are doing to Daniel Jones. That's all you have to see to know that the media
right.
crucifies their quarterbacks. Eli Manning, for example, a two-time Super Bowl MVP winner, two-time Super Bowl winner. You can't knock Eli Manning for that, but they knocked him at the end of his career because they just wanted him out of town. If they want their guy out of town, they're going to get him out of town. Zach Wilson, I hope that they're around him and support him because the New York media does have some effect on players. I mean, if I'm a player, I'm going to be looking up my name. So I would assume that most players are looking up their names as well, or have somebody feeding them articles, or friends are sending them news articles that they see. So there's definitely the potential that media plays an effect on a quarterback because the quarterback position is a lot psychologically there. So you have to have a strong mind, and I think that everything that I've read about Zach Wilson says that he's a good leader, and that's something that I like in my quarterbacks. Uh, like I said earlier, natural ability to lead is something that is undervalued, I think, and Zach Wilson has it in spades. So I think that Zach Wilson is. I think that he's going to succeed, man. I can't. I can't think a way that he's going to fail because he's going to have time. That's the big thing. The
Sure.
regime is going to give him time. I don't think that this regime's stupid.
Well, and on like that's a great point because I think this new regime since Joe Douglas has come in, they've actually this draft alone they decided, hey, we're gonna build around our quarterback. We're going to give him a weapon in the second round. We're gonna give him the best interior offensive lineman in the middle of the first round. They've actually committed to the guy, so I think between that the organization actually committing to a guy, and then also the fact that I think he has all the arm talent in the world. I think he could be a little better reading defenses, but again, it's one of those things he's just going to have to learn and pick up. But I think he has absolutely the potential to do it. They ran an interesting and unique offense at BYU. Um, for being a small school, they dominated defenses. So I mean, he obviously has some element of skill, but at the end of the day, there I think my biggest concern from him is the adjustment to the NFL from the level of competition he played. But I do believe that the skill level is there for him to show that down the road and be a great quarterback. So for me, he's actually creeping around my quarterback four. And that's like I said, I think that's just with the bust proof. But if you need a quarterback and you're willing to take a risk on a guy, he could be that huge high risk, high reward pick for you that, you're at worst going to have a starting quarterback. But is there the longevity there that you want at the quarterback position in Dynasty? That's my concern. And that's why that's the negatives I have for him. Like I said, I think he has the physical ability. My concern is the development that I think needs to happen. And then, like I said, that media frenzy, the context of the situation, if everything comes together, he could be awesome. But at the end of the day, it's if wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of wishes in this world, and one of them is DeAndre Swift RB1. But, let's go on. Let's keep talking about Zach Wilson, because I do want to tell a story about a guy that I helped, and he's part of our team, and it's Jay Wick. He was on the clock in trade 9 in a rookie draft, and he had to take a quarterback because his only quarterback was Justin Herbert. And, with the 102, he was sitting on the clock, and it was between Zach Wilson and Justin Fields for him, and he asked me, who should I take? And I said, your team, looking at it, you have Justin Herbert, Nick Foles, Trace McSorley. You need Zach Wilson because you need a quarterback to step in there in week 1 and play for you, because his team is not bad. He has Stephon Diggs, DJ Chark, Will Fuller, and other names like that. And I said, look, man, if you want to compete day 1, you got to get a quarterback and one that's going to play. And that you don't know if that's Justin Fields because you don't have Dalton. So if you're willing to take the risk and lose a couple games before the bye weeks, then go ahead and take Justin Fields. But if you want to have a chance at competing, get 10 to 15 points from your quarterback, because Zach Wilson probably going to have a couple bad games in the first few games. But you want that production right away to win some games, because those 10 points can make a swing. So I told him that, and he agreed with that. And I think that's something that I'm doing in my rookie drafts is if I need a quarterback, I'm taking Zach Wilson. But if I don't need one, I'm taking my next guy up who we're going to talk about, and that's Trey Lance, because I think that his upside is insane.
Thanks for listening to the Dynasty Rewind. Please make sure you subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, be kind, please rewind.